First, I came to US in the year 2004, but at that time I couldn't visit this center. This time I requested Swami Sarvalokananda that I would like to visit this center. So that is why I am here before you. Already it is mentioned by this announcer. Nowadays, of course, don't say announcer, compare. So that subject is very important subject, which I am going to deal with this today morning. We all want better family, better society, better country, better world to live in peacefully and meaningfully. What do you mean by better family, better society, better country? Does it mean that power, name, fame, position, amassing wealth, or the military power, holding the nuclear weapon? Swami Vivekananda said when he was in America, he was very much impressed by the development of science and technology and consumerism of the West. At the same time, he gave warning also. He said very emphatically, if the Western world do not accept or adopt the idea of spirituality, then this material civilization, Western civilization, will crumble into pieces. Dear friends, Swami Vivekananda told more than 100 years ago. Now slowly, what he has said, it is coming true. Particularly all of you know, 9/11, Swami Vivekananda delivered lecture in the Parliament Religions in 11th September 1893. So just after 100 years, now see what has happened. I need not tell you in detail. So in our scripture also, it is clearly mentioned two words. One is Abhuddhaya, another is Nisrayasa. Abhuddhaya means the material welfare, material prosperity, and Abhuddha Nisrayasa. Nisrayasa means the spiritual well-being, the spiritual development. Two things are there. And if you want to maintain the balance in your life, if you want to strike the balance between the two, that is Abhuddhaya Nisrayasa, then only you can maintain the equilibrium in life. Dear friends, sometimes we lose the equilibrium in our life. We think that life is balanced, but life is not at all balanced. If life becomes imbalanced, then all kind of disasters come in our life. Say the crisis, he was talking about the crisis. We go through the different type of crisis. There's the financial crisis, health crisis, this crisis, that crisis. And above all, the mental crisis. It is very dangerous. You can get rid of our other crises. The health crisis, money crisis, the financial crisis. You can get over. But dear friends, which is owing us very much, that is a mental crisis. Dear friends, it is because of this mental crisis. And Swamiji said that you should maintain the balance in your life. In the nature also you find that ecological imbalance. When there is ecological imbalance, then you find natural disasters and it happened in America. The tsunami, cyclone, typhoon, this, that, earthquake, volcanic eruption, so many things happen. The disaster, natural disaster. Similarly, in our life, if there is no balance, then disasters come upon our life. So that is why, if you maintain the balance in your life, both are equally needed. That is what is called material development and spiritual development. They should go side by side. They should go side by side. Dear friends, externally we are very powerful. We are having a lot of degrees, certificates, these, that, money, wealth, the car, building, everything we have. Internally we are very strong. But dear friends, if we just look within, internally we are not so strong. Internally we are not so strong. How we can become internally strong? With the help of spirituality, we can become internally strong. What is the meaning of spirituality? We talk about lot about spirituality. Spirituality is a very wide term. Swami Vivekananda has time and again in the two words, what is spirituality? And that is to be good and to do good is the spirituality, the crux of spirituality. To be good and to do good. That's called spirituality. To be good. To be good, it doesn't mean that you will become good professionals and other things. Yes, it is needed. But to be good means be kind, be affectionate, be unselfish, be what is called compassionate, be kind, be unselfish, be serviceful, be sharing and caring, it is called. So, dear friend, be honest, be transparent, be truthful. This is called spirituality. These are called the spiritual qualities of life. So if you are internally strong means you are spiritual and you are having that spiritual quality. Otherwise, internally, you cannot become strong. Today, we have to become internally strong. If you want to counteract what is called external power, then internally also you have to become very strong. That is why Swami Vivekananda used to say that how one can become internally powerful. That is why I say time and again, and it is the words of Vedanta, that each soul is a potentially divine. The goal of life is to manifest that divinity within every moment of life. Dear friends, so you are all divine. Unfortunately, due to our ignorance, we do not know our strength and our courage. We do not know our what is called the possibilities, the potential. We do not know. That is why Swami Vivekananda is telling time and again, each soul is a potentially divine. If you manifest that dignity within, then you can do anything and everything. Swami Vivekananda has said time and again, the infinite power is lying within you, we can do anything and everything. And we know that. There are many people, they became aware of their power and strength, the divinity within. That is why they are doing wonderful things. We see the discoveries, inventions. Who has done all sorts of things? The human being has done. Some people have done it. That is why we must be aware of your own nature. Your own nature is not only a tiny biological entity made of flesh, bone, and blood. Your real nature is you are divine. Somebody was talking yesterday evening. What is the real nature? The real nature is Sannanta Vishwe Amrita Saputra. We are not ordinary. We are not ordinary. You are that, what is called children of immortal bliss. You are not ordinary. Don't think yourself ordinary. And think yourself ordinary and weak. Swami Vivekananda is telling this is a sin. Sin is nothing but think yourself weak. You think yourself strong and vibrant. Nowadays we talk about what is called positivity and negativity. What does it mean? The positivity and negativity? Swamiji has said it very clearly and beautifully. The positivity, the thought which can make you strong and vibrant. Strong and vibrant. It's called positivity. The positive thought, positive ideas, positive emotion. And what is negativity? Swamiji again said, the thought, the power that makes you weak physically, intellectually, morally, and spiritually. That is called negativity. So dear friends, we have to fill up our mind with that positivity, the positive idea and positive thought. So the spiritual is such power which can withstand any attack of external power. External power. Crisis will come in our life. Everybody passes through some kind of crisis. This crisis, that crisis. So how we can get over this crisis? You can get over this crisis. Think yourself that you are strong. Think yourself that you are transparent, you are honest, you are kind. If you think in this way, definitely you can get out of this crisis. All of you know the crisis came in the life of Arjuna. Tremendous crisis. The mental crisis. The man like Arjuna is not ordinary person. He was the best archer of his time, the best soldier. Arjuna was having all power that I was telling. Muscle power, money power, intellect power, soldier power, what? Not. Everything Arjuna had. But what happened to Arjuna? That Arjuna became so weak. Not only so weak, he wanted to run away from the battlefield of Kurukshetra. It is very unusual for Arjuna. Run away from the battlefield. And he simply told Bhagavan Krishna that he was not going to fight. Dear friends, Arjuna was lacking that power, that strength. In this word of scripture, it is said, Atma Balam, the power of Atman. Arjuna was not having that power of Atman. Arjuna did not have an idea of power of Atman. And power of Atman is the greatest power. Great power, greatest power, not power of Atman. It is not ordinary power. Bhagavan Krishna told Arjuna how we can get over this crisis. You must know your own nature. What is your real nature? First. Second, you must be calm and quiet. You should not lose your mental composure and mental calmness when success comes, when failure comes. Dear friends, most of the time we think it is a crisis. The crisis will come, as I said. And that crisis, when failure comes, we totally get broken. And the success comes, we get elated. We feel a kind of joy. It's true. But Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, both the situation, both position, you should remain calm and quiet. That is why Bhagavan Krishna has told Samatya Yoga Uchyate. Samatya Yoga Uchyate. Don't get perturbed. Don't get nervous when failure comes. As you have accepted the success, similarly, you have to accept the failure also. And you can maintain the equanimity of mind in both the situation, then you can tide over any kind of crisis. Dear friends, unfortunately, we cannot get over this crisis. So, Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, we see, yesterday I was telling, the karmanye vadhika raste ma phalesu kadachana. How you should do work. You must know the technique of doing work. Most of us do not know the technique of work, doing technique of work. We just do work and at the same time we expect the result of our action, result of our karma. And when you expect the result of your karma, then trouble comes. Because you do not have a control over the result of your action. The result may be good or result may be bad. You don't have any control over it. When you do not have control over the result of your action, it is better not to bother your head about the result of your action. Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, go on fighting, go and fight. Here is your duty, your moral responsibility, you are a soldier, you are a Kshatriya, simply go and fight. You need not go this side or that side, or need not think this side or that side, whether success or failure. So, dear friends, so how this way you can enhance your internal power. Then only you can get over this crisis. So internal power, it is very important. As I said, Swami Vivekananda said that each soul is a potentially divine. You know yourself that you are strong, vibrant, and you are divine. When you think yourself you are divine, all other things, evil things will go away. Automatically it will go away. Dear friends, this Ravana, I gave you the example. Ravana was outwardly, he was very powerful. He was very powerful. Even he was more powerful than Rama in some aspect. Because Ravana was a very powerful person. Ravana was a very learned person. And when Rama decided to fight with Ravana in Lanka, then the God and goddesses asked Rama, don't think Ravana is an ordinary person, he is very powerful. So first you go and worship Divine Mother and have a strength. That you got inner strength. And when you get inner strength, then go and fight with Ravana. Dear friends, Ravana was weak. Internally he was weak. How Ravana was internally weak? All these things, hatred, jealousy, all these things are negative power. The ego, all sorts of things are negative power. It is not our positive power. When Ramachandra came back from the battlefield from Sri Lanka, he met Kaushalya, his mother. Kaushalya told Rama, you have killed Ravana. Then, well, thank you. But then Rama told mother, I have not killed Ravana. His ego, his ahankara, his hatred, his jealousy had killed Ravana. I have not killed Ravana. Dear friends, that is why we have to enhance your internal strength. Internal strength. And that internal strength is the spiritual strength. With the power of spirituality, you can tide over anything. Nowadays you find everywhere, in every aspect of life, that we want to bring spirituality. There is a very interesting topic is going on, that is to bring spirituality in workplace. It is a good, very hot topic nowadays. Why? Why it is being felt? They're bringing spirituality in workplace because the work we are doing, whatever we are doing, but this without the spirituality, we are not feeling happy. We are not at all feeling happy. Because we are not feeling happy, that is why I am thinking that spirituality can bring peace and happiness. Spirituality can bring peace and happiness. Dear friends, we all want peace. But you won't get peace and happiness from external objects. For time being, you may get any external object. And it is verified and verifiable also that peace cannot be obtained from external objects. Whatever external objects we see, sensual objects, we won't get. We do not know the peace is within us. Happiness is within us. And all of you know the deer mask in the jungle, in the forest. That the deer runs here and there in search of the fragrance, this very sweet fragrance. But a poor deer doesn't know the fragrance is coming from its neighbor. Doesn't know. Running here and there. Running here and there and running. And that deer passed away. Or passes away. So similarly, we are thinking that you will get peace and what is called happiness. Real peace and happiness, I am telling. Yes, you give me, you are getting, you get. But if real peace and happiness is permanent peace and happiness. If you want to get, you won't get from external objects. It is proved. So you have to look within. You have to look within. The peace will and happiness will come from within. Because, just I said, you are children of immortal bliss. Bliss is within. The Ananda is within. Ananda is not outside. Dub 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 sagore amar mon. Deep dive. If you want to have a real strength, inner strength, deep dive. And the strength will come. The strength will come, peace will come, happiness will come from within. But unfortunately, always we look outside. Always, it's the nature of mind and senses, looking outside. Looking outside, it is on scripture say, Pranchikani Batinat Sayambhu. God has made it. Our mind and senses are this outgoing tendency. Mind and senses. Dear friends, that is why you have to look within. Look within. So I was telling that you want to be spiritual. You want to be spiritual. Spiritual only doesn't mean that you have to go to the temple or you have to close your eyes and go to satsanga. Is everything is needed. No, there is no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. But you have to do sadhana by which you can bring transformation in your life, change in your life. That is very important. What is spirituality? Spirituality is nothing but to bring a change in your personality, in your thinking. In your personality, in your thinking. That is called inner transformation, antarika parivartan. That's all. Holy Marja has said very rightly, though he was not educated or anything, or she has not read the scriptures, but she has said very rightly. What he has said? Baba, if anybody becomes my son, if anybody becomes spiritual, don't think the two horns will come out. What happened then? Her language, Bengali language, Baba, manus palte jai, manus bodle jai. A transformation comes, a change comes. in the life of human being, life of person. So, dear friends, the change is very much needed. Change is very much. This is called inner change, inner engineering, we call it. The inner change must come. And we know, but you don't do it, that inside, within us, there's a bliss and ananda, bliss and ananda. You need not go run outside for bliss and ananda. Why bliss and ananda? Because you are a Atman. And Atman is very powerful. Very powerful, this Atman is very powerful. Atman is destructive, indestructible. Atman is immeasurable. You cannot measure Atman. Atman is all pervasive. Atman is full of bliss. Atman is full of joy. And you are Atman. You are divine. That is why whatever we want, peace and happiness, all sorts of things from outside you won't get. You will get it from inside. So, dear friends, how will you get it? Try, as I said, Swami Vivekananda said, to be good and to do good. To be good and to do good. That's a very important thing. To be good, be kind, be affectionate, be unselfish, be honest and transparent. Then you will see how strength will come from within. Those who are morally weak, ethically weak, though from outside he so that he is very powerful, he can do anything and everything. Dear friends, internally they are not at all powerful. Not at all powerful. The ethics and morality and punctuality and honesty and transparency give you this strength. That strength is far, far powerful and superior than the power of immorality and power of unethics. That you have to understand. So culture, the spiritual quality, the sterling quality, why we are called human being? Because we are having some sterling qualities within us. That is why we are called the human being. And that human qualities you have to nurture. That you have to nurture. Then only you will get real peace and happiness. The spiritual person, I have seen many spiritual persons, they never get perturbed or nervous. So I can take the name of Swami Gahananandaji. I had the privilege of working with him in Seva Pratishthan, where I was in Seva Pratishthan. He also just he left and went to Vellore and became Assistant General Secretary. I have seen a person, under any circumstances, he never used to be what is called perturbed. Never. I will tell you one incident. Because, in Bengal, people are very hot, If something wrong happens, then they will shout this, that. And in the hospital, if anybody's relative or dear ones died, simply they will come and beat the doctors, manhandle the doctors, ransack the hospital, all sorts of things they will do. I have faced many times. So I was sitting with him in his office in Seva Pratishthan. The rowdies, mob sentiment, many people came and he started shouting, why your doctor have killed my parents, this, that, and what is abusing and all sorts of things he was dealing. And at last, what they did, I was also sitting, Maharaj was also sitting, the table was there. And earlier days in the table, for better working and all these things, big glass used to be there. Nowadays that is gone. So what they did, just they did like and the glass on the table broken into pieces. And one piece came and hit Swami Gahananji's head and profusely bleeding. And he's unperturbed. Then slowly they went away from Maharaj's office. Maharaj, you say, bring this, what will happen? It is coming. No, nothing doing. Simply call the bearer until you tell the nurse to bring Dettol and cotton and just wash it. I have seen unperturbed. Of course, he may say the stupid and idiot is unperturbed. No, not that. So in the crisis, you must have that power to withstand it, the internal power. And internal power comes from the spiritual qualities. The spiritual qualities. You see, Swami Vivekananda was in America. How much he was tortured. How much people malign his character. Many times his character was assassinated. But Swamiji was unperturbed. Swamiji was unperturbed. Swamiji never even objected. Some people told, Swamiji, you are not protecting it, objecting it. People are doing like this. Well, let them do whatever they like. But I cannot do. I cannot come to the level of those persons. So you see how Swamiji was Swami Vivekananda. Of course, he was a great man. Undoubtedly, he can do it. But we have seen other people also, other personality also, how they can maintain the calmness of mind. The calmness of mind. So, dear friends, that is why spirituality is to be practiced. Spirituality is to be practiced. Otherwise, as Swamiji has given warning already, I have told you, the Western culture, the material culture crumble into pieces. And similarly, I see that how it is breaking everything. The Western culture is having everything. In other culture also, all amenities of life, everything is there. Why people are not happy? Why people are not happy? I was talking about the mental aloneness. The mental alone, there one term has come nowadays. It is now very prevalent in the youngsters, that mental unwellness. Mental unwellness means that mentally they are not feeling well. They are not feeling well. You see, all of I think today also, the per capita income of Sweden is very high. I think higher than America. Once upon it was there. But other side, you should see the suicidal rate of the Sweden very, very high. Why? Per capita income is very high. All amenities of life are there. Everything is there. Why people are not happy? Why youngsters are not happy? What is the reason? Dear friends, they want something solid. They want solid means they want some peace, some enhancement in their life. Because they are not getting, that is why they get frustrated. That is why they get frustrated. And because of frustration, they are doing all sorts of things. So that is why nowadays people are feeling that the spirituality is needed in a human life. It is there, but we don't know. The spirituality is needed in human life. Other things, material things are needed, no doubt about it. The spiritual food is also needed. For physical body, all kind of foods, pizza, these, that, so many things are needed. Similarly, you must have the mental food. You must have the mental good food. You have to feed your mind. Mental food means what? You have to feed your mind. You have to feed your thought with positivity, positive idea. Positive idea. And as Swamiji has said, I told that positive idea and positivity means don't never think yourself that you're weak, you're good for nothing, you cannot do anything. No, you can do anything and everything. You have that power. And many people have shown it that they can do miracle, amazing thing they can do. Their man has that power. So that is why you have to nurture the positive idea, positive thinking. Unfortunately, we are not nurturing. And I should say, because it is needed, I should say this cell phone, because of this cell phone, we are becoming negative and negative and negative. And these viral things are there, social media is there. They are only spreading. These good things are there, very rare. But all these negative ideas they are throwing. Somewhere some murder has been taken, some this, that, rape, all sorts of things. Immediately it gets viral. There was a meeting of journalist in our Delhi ashrama. So they asked me to speak something. Then I told very frankly, you journalist, you never publish anything in your paper or you do not show anything good in your TV and electronic media. Only negative, only negative. There are so many things happening in the world that I cannot show in your newspaper or in the electronic media. Then one journalist said, Swamiji, yes, we should do it. But if I show very good, all good things and everything, then nobody will take our paper, nobody will purchase our paper, nobody will see. It's a fact. Garam garam khabar chahiye. All negative news chahiye. So that is why I'm telling, you must be very positive. You must be very positive. And one thing I will like to tell you, that if you want to become positive, another thing you have to do, that is, if you can, if you have that strength and courage and power, you help others little. Help others wherever it is needed. Then many people say, Swamiji, I am a young man, I am an old man, I don't have money, this, that, how can I help others? Dear friends, you have to understand, you can help the people where it is needed three ways. Tana, mana, dhana. Tana, mana, dhana. If you have money, do something for others. If you do not have money, tana, mana, tana. Give labor as volunteers are coming and giving labor. If you do not have money and physical strength, then how you can help others? By prayer. Tana, mana, dhana. Mana means with prayer. With prayer, at least you can pray for others. If we pray for fellow being, you can do that. So, dear friends, helping others, that is why Swami Vivekananda said, very nicely said, that he is writing a letter to Maharaja of Mysore. Dear friends, life is short, vanities of life are transitory. They are not live for others, rest are more dead than alive. Be unselfish. And unselfishness is a wonderful quality. Swami Vivekananda said, unselfishness is the test of spirituality. Not only that, he further goes and he said, what he said? The unselfishness is God. So unselfishness is such a quality. And Swamiji is writing a letter to Maharaja of Mysore. Just you try to help others. Unselfish. They alone live who live for others, rest are more dead than alive. Those who live for others, in right way they are living. Those who are living for themselves are not living at all. And the Swamiji is telling, they are more dead than alive. What a wonderful idea of Swami Vivekananda talking about the unselfishness. These quality you have to, what is called, nurture. This quality you have to try your best to get it manifested, to get them manifested. These called spiritual qualities. The spiritual qualities. And spiritual qualities will bring power and strength to get over any kind of crisis. And best example we find in the Bhagavad Gita, that how the spiritual wisdom, spiritual quality can do. It can make impossible possible. Impossible possible. It was impossible for Arjuna to fight and to get victory. Almost impossible. But when Sri Krishna infused this spiritual wisdom of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna again became the great warrior. He got back his earlier position, earlier status, earlier state. And that is why he told, Nastamohe sitirilabdha tatpasadat mahachyuta. Oh, Achyuta, Krishna, my delusion, everything has gone. I am become strong and vibrant. Karise bachanam tava. Whatever he will tell, I will do it. That means Arjuna fought the battle and won the battle. So, dear friends, that is why the culture that we have to do, the spiritual culture. That is what Swami Vivekananda time and again said, the spiritual culture. Material culture is there, is all right. That is why in the beginning I told there should be culture, and both material culture and spiritual culture. Then only you can have balance in your life. You can maintain equilibrium in your life. Only material progress, money, name, fame, power, position. Then what will happen? You will not be able to maintain equilibrium or balance in your life. Your life will become imbalanced, and you can understand very well how our life is becoming imbalanced, whether in the case of singsters or anybody, how our life becomes imbalanced. When life becomes imbalanced, like the ecological imbalance, the disaster comes. Disasters comes in your life. In many ways, disasters come on your life. So if you want to have a stable, what is called status, or what's called state, then dear friends, you have to culture the spiritual culture. You have to maintain the spiritual culture, the spiritual wisdom. The spiritual wisdom has tremendous power. I was telling, no, don't think I am repeating the thing, because it is necessary to tell you. That is why, so Swamiji, you have told it there, what is called Washington DC, same thing you are repeating here. No, what is needed, that is why I am telling. See the spiritual culture, the spiritual wisdom, super intelligence it is called, we find in the Holy Mother's life. He was not educated. He had no formal education. She was, you can simply illiterate, simple village woman. But he could acquire that spiritual wisdom. Other words, you can say super intelligence. When even Swami Vivekananda and his Guru Bhai used to feel difficulty in running the Ramakrishna order, they used to go to Ma Sarada. They have never gone to any what is called a lawyer or a doctor or anybody else. No. Simply they used to go to Holy Mother, ask for her advice. And whatever advice Holy Mother has given, all decision and advice are 100% correct. 100% correct. When he wrote a letter to, Swami Vivekananda wrote a letter to Holy Mother. He wants to come to America. So he sought permission from the Holy Mother. She sought permission from Holy Mother. But Holy Mother permitted him, Swami Vivekananda, to go to the West. But what is called, Holy Mother did not have any idea of America, where is America, and this and that. But with his spiritual wisdom, she could understand that then Vivekananda should go to America. He has great work to do. In America, he has great work to do. And what is that great work? All of you know. Standing on the soil of America. Standing on the soil of America, you have seen what he has done. He shook the whole world. Dear friends, so culture this spiritual wisdom, spiritual quality. And that is why spirituality is very, very needed in the present scenario. That we have to understand. Thank you very much. I have taken my time. Now it is going to be 45 minutes or so. Thank you. Thank you very much for patiently hearing. Namaskar.
Swami will take up some questions. Anybody has? Yes. Any questions? And we are okay for online questions also. Anyone has any questions? Yes, Prakash, I'll come to you.
Maharaj, we are bombarded with all kinds of things.
What?
We are bombarded by news, wars, riots, unethical behavior from our leaders, so on and so forth. Now, what is the individual's role in either fighting it, responding to it, or doing anything, or do we just maintain our internal strength?
Yes, I have understood your point. One thing is individual and collective, isn't it? If every individual becomes good, the whole collective, the whole society will become good. So charity begins at home. Let us start from individual. Let us start from you. For example, I am telling. Let us start from you. You, what is called culture, these spiritual qualities. You try to become good. If you try to become good, if others try to become good, then what will happen? Whole society will become good. Change will come. There is another way also. People are protesting. There is a war, this, that, unethical behavior they are doing. But dear friends, if you expect that there will be no war, no unethical things, nothing, only good things, never it will happen. Always there will be a darkness and light, light and darkness. Yes, sometimes percentage of light is more, sometimes percentage of darkness is less. What Swamiji has told you, you cannot make this world straight. World is like the curly tail of a dog. As long as you keep it, hold it, then it is straight. You leave it, again it will become cut. So that doesn't mean that we simply will keep quiet. No. But you have to try. There's no doubt about it. You have to try. That is why I am telling that the journalist or journalism has great role to spread the good ideas. Spread the good ideas, good thought, good news, strengthening news. That they will not do. But so many good things are happening in this world. Not only everything bad things is happening in this world, many good things are happening. Amazing. That they will not do. That they should do. That is a moral duty and responsibility. They should do, but they will not do. कागज नहीं बिकेगा, कोई टीवी नहीं दिखेगा, चैनल नहीं चलेगा. What to do?
Any other questions? Okay, Nilesh, yes.
Swamiji, thank you for the wonderful lecture. I'm trying to understand this is there is something called Purushartha, which is our own doing. And there is also a lot said about what we are, given by God. So this
Yes,
life.
I understand your point.
Okay. So
It's-
how do you balance that?
Yes, I understand.
Okay.
Always there is a debate that Purushartha and God's grace. God grace will come upon you when you will try. That is when you will practice Purushartha. Then only God grace will come. Simply will sitting and God bless me, that will not do. So one story is there, very beautiful story. One bullock cart driver, just he was driving the bullock cart, and the village side, the roads are not good. So that wheel of the bullock cart got stuck in the mud, and simply he had not tried to put it out from the mud. Simply, God, give me strength, give me this, give me that, please come and help me. And he is not doing anything. The God came in disguise with another what is called person, until what you are asking for, what you are doing here. No, I am praying to God so that it will come out from the wheel will come out from the mud. Then he told, no, it will not do. You have to also do something. Yes, I am also helping you. So both of them tried his best to put it out, this wheel, from the mud. What is the moral of this story? Moral of the story is that you have to also try. When you try, then God will help you. That is a nice proverb is there. God help themselves who God them help who help themselves. ऐसे थोड़ी है, पुरुषार्थ ऐसे थोड़ी है. You have to try for that. You have to try for that. Then God's grace will come. Other God grace will not come. Yes, God grace will not come. Simply, you are simply sitting and doing nothing, and God grace will come. That will not happen. Another very nice example, Sri Ramakrishna Gospel, you read, you will find in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. You have seen the big board, and on the big board there is a cell, made of cloth, and it was called, what is the function of the big cloth? Because it will catch the air and it will take the boat slowly other side or somewhere else. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling that the God's grace is blowing. God grace is blowing, always blowing, or God grace is there. What you have to do? You have to unfurl the sail. This much you'll do. You'll not do anything, simply sitting, give me grace, give me grace, give me blessing. You unfurl the sail, then God's grace, the air of God's grace will be caught in the cell. So that thing you have to do. Purushartha is there. They should do Purushartha. You have to try. Then only God's grace will come. Yes, you are telling something.
Namaskar, Swamiji. So my question is, because there's so much chaos all around us, we usually get succumbed to negativity more than positivity, and there's always a lot of noise around us. How do we insulate ourselves from this noise? That is my question.
The best insulation is the spirituality. Insulate yourself with this spiritual knowledge, the spiritual qualities. And nothing will happen. So again, I am coming to Sri Ramakrishna Kathamrita, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. One place what he has said, one place he has said, you see, if you go to the pond or river, and if you know that there's a crocodile in the river, then what you have to insulation? You have to put tamarind. If you put tamarind, and if you go to dive deep into the water of the pond where the crocodiles are there, crocodiles will not touch you. Crocodile will not touch you. Similarly, You insulate yourself with the spiritual ideas, good positivity, negativity will go away. That we have to do it. That is a good insulation nowadays. Otherwise, you cannot do anything. There is no medicine or anything that you can do anything. You see, that is why I sometimes I tell, when Arjuna becomes so depressed, Bhagavan Krishna did not prescribe any medicine. No antidepressive drug, nothing of the sort. By giving him spiritual knowledge again and again, Arjuna become again that great soldier Arjuna. So that is why always think positively. Always think, yes.
So we have some online questions.
What
So Bhuvan and Indranil, they have a question. With rapid advancement in AI, many fear that large-scale job displacement is inevitable. Even if basic income covers survival needs, losing the sense of purpose and identity tied to work could create a deeper crisis. How
Yes,
can,
it is very dangerous.
how can spirituality, especially taught by Sri Ramakrishna, help?
It is what is called, it is really dangerous. Because this artificial intelligence, yesterday morning I was telling somebody was with me, that is artificial intelligence making the people stupid. No brain, nothing. No function of the brain. No function of the brain. Another thing, he was telling that because of artificial intelligence, so IT people will lose their job. So what I can do? Yes, it is very sad. The IT people will lose their job. What is spirituality will do? What is spirituality can do? Yes, spirituality can do. Because the situation has come, you are thinking that you may lose job, many will lose job. It is a situation, it is a crisis. It is taking the turn of a crisis. Undoubtedly, it is a crisis. But during these crises, you have to be very positive. You have to be very calm and quiet. You must have some patience during this crisis. During this crisis, if you get nervous, frustrated, dejected, then nothing will happen. So during this crisis, you have to be very calm and quiet. You have to think very deeply. And slowly crisis will come. The cloud will not be there ever forever. It will not go. It has come, it will go also. It will go also. So now on the IT people, the cloud has come. No, it's very sad.
Yes.
And but in the course of time, the cloud will go. So what will be our duty as you in spirituality? You have to think, don't get nervous, don't get perturbed. Now, you see, there you have to understand this. You see, always there cannot be pleasure and always cannot there be pain. Sukhani, dukhani, chakravat parivartante. The cycle of happiness and sorrow goes like this, a cycle. Yes, now IT department or IT people, there is a crisis, no doubt, but now they are helpless, they are feeling they are helpless. Sukhani, dukhani, chakravat parivartante. Again, something will come, some good will come. But during this period, you should not be very much perturbed, nervous, rejected and dejected. During the crisis, main thing that you have to be calm and quiet. You have to calm and quiet. You must apply your patience. During this crisis, you have to do this. When crisis come, generally people get nervous. But during this crisis, you have to be calm and quiet, very calm and quiet. You have to think over deeply. But all as I hear, many IT people are here, as I hear that all will not lose job. Some may lose job because he who doesn't know anything, if he apply this artificial intelligence, they will be in trouble. Today morning I was telling, he was there. What is this? Today morning, in the Delhi ashrama, we put advertise that accountant is needed for Delhi ashrama. The two young boys came. Then I told, yes, you go just to test them, go and write an application, very simple application. I came to know from a reliable source that there is a vacancy of accountant in Ramakrishna Mission, New Delhi. This much you can write and bring to me. Oh my God, he has gone to the computer, right? And artificial intelligence. And 1.5 page he has written an application. Then I told, you have written it. You do not know English properly. Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. And you must know how much you will use, how much you will not use. And I rejected him. Do you understand? So, artificial intelligence is there, everything is there, but there must be some people to check it. Without checking, doing artificial intelligence will not do anything. Yes.
Swami, one more question. So, this session, and thanks you for visiting Dallas. This question is, what are the basic building blocks to develop spiritual culture in day-to-day life?
You see, main block in the spiritual life, or obstacles, whatever you will say, that is desire. That is desire. Intense desire. Because the desire brings misery. And this block, main block is desire. Kamana or Vashana. How? Buddha has said it, Lord Buddha. What is the cause of misery you see around us? Cause of misery is nothing but desire, Trishna, Tana, desire. When desire not fulfilled, you become nervous, perturbed, rejected, frustrated. So main block, if you see, then is desire. From desire comes attachment. Attachment also is a great block for the spiritual life. And that is why Arjuna becomes so nervous, perturbed, reserved, because of attachment, weakness for his near and dear ones, superior. So attachment and desire, the two things are very, very, what is called, block in the spiritual life. Spiritual life.
Yes. Anybody question here?
Swamiji, when we discuss maintaining spiritual strength through sharing wealth or physical strength, how do we balance that with the need for some degree of selfishness and developing oneself to be able to do so?
Pardon?
When we talk about developing spiritual strength through unselfishness, sharing our material wealth, how do we balance that desire with some of the selfishness needed to develop oneself to do so?
I couldn't understand your point. কি বলছো? ওটার উচ্চারণ আমি বুঝতে পারছি।
Yeah, so as you need to be unselfish, do you be a little selfish to develop yourself so that you can be unselfish and help others?
No. You have to, you see, this is not selfishness. There is no selfishness. To develop yourself, to earn money, to earn your livelihood, to have good food, good dress, good house, it is not selfish. It is needed. The basic need of human life. That you cannot say that you are selfish. If you have a car, nobody will tell you that you are number one selfish. Nobody will tell. These are the basic needs of life. Yes, when will become what is called unselfish? When you will not go beyond your needs, beyond your basic needs. A basic need, by kapda, roti, kapda, makan. So itna ho jane sab ho jayega. That is why I am telling that you have to maintain your body, you have to maintain your livelihood. For that, you have to earn money. So if somebody say that you are a number one selfish, you cannot be selfish. Cannot selfish. Yes, all the time you are thinking yourself, and not thinking from others. As Swami Vivekananda said, that is what's called selfish. You do whatever you like, you take whatever you want, whatever car you want, do this. At the same time, you think for others. Think for others. But generally, we don't think for others at all. Only you think in ourselves. How to earn money, how to earn money more and more, this, that, car, building, all sorts of things. So to maintain yourself, to earn livelihood is not at all selfish. It is your duty. Once Sri Ramakrishna asked, somebody asked Sri Ramakrishna, read gospel, everything will clear. So that devotee was thinking that Sri Ramakrishna is a man of renunciation, so he'll not like it. So that is why he asked, Swamiji, for devotees, it is wise to earn money. The devotee should earn money or not? Sri Ramakrishna said, why? Who will maintain your family? The never he will come and maintain your family. You are married person. It is a moral duty and responsibility to maintain your family. That is why you have to earn money. There is no wrong in it. But Sri Ramakrishna made two conditions. What are the conditions? After maintaining your family, if some money is left, you can keep it for your friend and what is called son and other people. But even then, if some money is left, who is needed money and help, you help them. Help them. Another thing, he has made condition that he said that you earn money, no doubt, is a good, but he put one condition. What is that condition? Don't earn money on dishonest way. Don't earn money dishonest way. Earn money in honest way. Spend money for maintaining your family. If some money is left, you do something for others who need something. So don't think that maintaining yourself is selfish. You have to maintain yourself. Nobody will come from outside to maintain your family.
So Swami, online questions we'll take. There are a couple,
Okay.
and then here,
Yes.
if you have any other questions, we can have it during the prasad. Online, how do you sustain being kind, positive, and peaceful, and not fall back to negative thinking? Like, how do you sustain being kind, positive, and peaceful, and not fall back to negative thinking?
Why? If you see, Swamiji is to tell time and again that what you will think, you will become. All the time you think weak, you will become weak. All the time if you think otherwise, you are positive, you are strong, you will become strong. What you will think, you will become, Swamiji is telling. And that is why, Bachanamrita, again I am referring Kathamrita, that Sri Ramakrishna is telling, the Bharat Raja was there. Always he used to think of his pet, deer. Always thinking of deer, that Bharat Raja became deer. It's a fact, yes. So you can sustain in this way. Always try to think positive. Don't allow anything negative. Thinking positive, you will become positive. Thinking negative, will become negative.
Yes. And it's a continuation to the response that you gave for the Purushartha question. Vinita has a question. What is the role of prarabdha or our past karma versus Purushartha or our actions in this life?
You see, prarabdha karma, whatever you have done in the past life, something bad, that you have to bear, you have to work out in this present life. That is called prarabdha. And nobody can get rid of prarabdha. We say, no, this birth, this life, I will do good work, so prarabdha will go away. No, prarabdha will not go away. Prarabdha will be there. That you have to work out. Whatever wrong you have done in your past life, that will not, that wrong, I mean, it will not, you cannot be free from your prarabdha. To some extent, you have to work it out, prarabdha. You have to suffer for that. You have to get pain for that. And what is still Purushartha?
Yeah, that was a question. Prarabdha versus Purushartha.
Purushartha, yes. Purushartha means yes. If you try again to reduce your prarabdha, and if you pray for reducing prarabdha, to some extent prarabdha may be less.
Yes.
But you cannot just wipe out the prarabdha. That cannot be. That is why Holy Mothers, again I am coming to Holy Mother, such a lady, in Bengali he said, Baba, এই প্রার্থনা করলে ভালো চিন্তা করলে এই জন্মে যেটা মানে ফাল হয়ে বেরোতো সেটা ছুঁচ হয়ে বেরোতো। What does it mean? It means accident would have happened. In the accident has happened rather, in the accident would have died. But as he said very nicely, no, he did not die. Little scratching and then a little broken your wrist and this and that, fracture and all these things. So you can reduce your prarabdha karma to some extent, but totally you cannot wipe out. Totally cannot wipe out.
Thank you so much, Swami, for the wonderful, inspiring session.